Hi, hello, and welcome to the Vertex of, excuse me, welcome to the Daily Tarot Buffet brought to you by the Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today, and I was sent to deliberate the findings for the transiting moon into Aries. That's going to be between the 5th and the 7th of January in most places of the world, give or take about half a day. And since you're in Capricorn, that's going to be a fourth house event. So we have here spiritual perfection. If anything I say resonates deeply with you, my dear, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. So spiritual perfection can also mean healing, wholeness. It could also mean perfected self. It can mean receiving the angel wings. Let's do a little bit of claro. So yeah, it does mean it also means we're about to come out of spiritual isolation. We might have been sequestered, quarantine. That's always the sign of an upgrade, either previous or coming, because we're finally ready. We've been prepared either to receive material blessings or to go on a journey of learning because we're chosen in some way, but we've met or reached safety where we can commune with the divine. We've had some kind of holding space, some kind of sanctuary, refuge, safe space. So that's the Six of Cups, say the Copa here, which is the fourth house. The fourth house typically rules. It's our inner space where we go for clarity, where we go for the inner workings of ourself. It can be the home base, the home quarters, the headquarters. So whenever we have these two cards, it can mean cloaking, shape shifting. Something might have been hiding in our aura, trying to get us to take a different path, the wrong path, make an adverse decision. It was of an opposing mind, a different mind. And it's been going on for like the last kind of month or so. I feel like we're coming up out of it. Somebody here may have their Saturn in Sagittarius, or we could have been carrying somebody else's karma on us, something else's karma on us. We could have been buckling under the weight of karmic causes, but we've done some kind of healing where that's no longer the case. We may still have to, expedite said karma. Bonnie, get out of there, girl. We might ha- it doesn't mean that the karma is going to erase, disappear all of a sudden, but the actions, the energy, the frequency, the vibration that we were in that kept creating karmic causes is not quite the same. So, karma can only be experienced in the same energy frequency upon which it was created. Otherwise, it will be transmuted, expedited. But when we see the temperanza e la luna, the moon and the temperance card, it can mean that there's shapeshifting, cloaking, energy hiding in our aura. With the Eight of Wands, again, I'm getting strong Sagittarius energy here. There may be Saturn in Sagittarius, Mercury in Sagittarius. I'm getting that we might have Sagittarius on the pinnacle, meaning at the gate, the first, the fourth, the seventh, the 10th house. And energy that was projected our way might have been getting blocked, and it's been going on for some time. What I'm getting is that there's some kind of energy frequency vibration, something on the outside looking into our life, trying to peer in, trying to get access, trying to gain clearance. And we need to give clearance, and we're saying no, or we are the actions, the strategies, the tactics, the agenda to gain clearance. We're operating that in a way that's adverse, oppositional to it. And I feel like it's non intentional because there's something here latent, subconscious with the moon card. Also, somebody may have their moon in Pisces or Libra. That's not uncommon when you see Sagittarius energy for there also to be Libra energy because anything 2 to 3 signs before or after they kind of clump, especially with the inner planets, the personal planets, for instance, Mercury, Mars, the Sun. Those energies they never travel far from each other. So if I'm calling out Libra, we also have Virgo here. And then it's not uncommon for oppositional signs to come through, especially for a spiritual person. So we have Libra moon, and Aries sun. And I'm hearing the song Wishing on a Star, to follow where you are. I'm wishing on a dream. Okay, so we have a block. We have a block and a flank. We have two threes centered by two eights, a pair of eights and a pair of threes. And so the three blocks the eight and the three blocks the eight. So we have, I'm getting that somebody was trying to portal in or project into our inner space, into our sanctuary, fourth house. And I would have said up until a moment ago that it was something that was on the outside in. Now, I'm getting another reading here, and it's to a lesser degree. Sometimes we just get targeted by the universe. It can even be a lesser or lower vibrational self from a less a bunk ass timeline, really. Um, there could be a degraded timeline trying to trap us into it and swap places with us. Yeah, something wants to steal our spot, really, and it's a divine chosen spot. We need to gain clearance and access to it, and that's the whole shebang right there. Because we have a soul that gains us access to everywhere divine, and it's a tactic, a strategy. It's militaristic. Tell me about this pair of threes. Okay, two threes can mean cooperation, collaboration, co-creation, but it also can mean covens, cabals, cliques. Especially when you see a double eight, that's usually talking about spell work. It can just talk about projection of energy. It can also just talk about manipulation. I'm hearing the word wrangle, so there might be some type of desire to control, desire to constrain. I don't trust it as much with the moon card, and it's coming out in the future. So what that is saying to me is that something will be revealed, because in the past we gained some type of healing, and energy that was projected our way, we actually transmuted it. So they might have been throwing dirt, shoveling dirt on us, but we were actually turning that dirt into like a stepping stone. The energy projected at us did create a spot, but I just confirmed the intention was that they found a target to swap places with. Tell me about this pair of eights. Clarifying the pair of eights. Yeah, it's the truth of what I'm saying. I'd never thought I'd see so far away from home, so far away from me. And the interpretation of this is that we were in some things crosshair, that I'm not detecting a person. I'm even doing a read here. It's not giving me person energy. What it's giving me, although it has to be because there's a double three here. So that might mean that it's an entity, it's an ideology, it's something in another realm, place, time, dimension. And honestly, what I'm getting is that we are ascending to a higher timeline and to a more ascended. We're walking to new earth, but something about our old self, our lower self, something that a past part of ourself which we didn't keep acting in. We had a spontaneous quantum jump out of, like, there was a time in our life when we were kind of unawake and unhealed. You know, we were too miserly, bitter. We were too spiraling downward. We were too kind of low vibrational. We were kind of stuck in the bucket with all the other crabs. And then there was an aspect of us that just jumped out the bucket. There was an aspect of us that just quantum leaped into a higher vibration, and we started to heal. We started to awaken. We started to kind of move into a much higher vibrational timeline, and we started to evolve much quicker than maybe the previous period of time. Relatively, we were evolving much slower, and so there was a schism. It was almost like a walk-in, and there's a misnomer for a walk-in. A walk-in is a higher dimensional, a higher aspect of ourself that catches up into our physical self. And so there is a schism where there's a splitting off, where that lower vibrational self keeps walking in that timeline, but that higher vibrational self comes into the body and starts acting on that high vibrational timeline. And it's such a difference that we do begin to act differently, behave differently. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a different person. You know, so those are very, very much more rare circumstances where there's a plane crash, a car crash, and a new soul is in that old body. That's very, very rare. That the level of authorizations for that is hard to get, because you got to go through the ancestors, you got to go through the ascended masters, you got to go through the divinities, and along the lines, in the round of authorization, that someone is going to say no. Because bodies come with bloodlines, which come with certain access to certain divinities and certain powers. So usually 9.9 times, 99 out of 100 times is going to be no. Use most walk-ins is a higher, is ourself in a different dimension that takes over. And I'm getting that there's ourself in a lower dimension that is contesting our ascension because it's getting left behind. It's like when we move on to a bigger, brighter, and better self, and that old part of ourself wants to drag us backwards. There's a contestation. I'm telling you, I'm getting what this is. So this is our new position, our new domicile, our new place of operation. We're moving different. And we might have been for up to 4 weeks, but the energy is settling. The energy is anchoring in. See, we're going to higher ground. It's stratification. I'm hearing the song, anticipation, anticipation. Yeah, so stratification. Yeah, we're off the charts, off the map. Do not get behind me. Stop. Stop. Okay, bye. Our path is being illuminated, but it's up out of something. Boom. It's up away from something. We're like walking up the mountain, and not everybody can breathe at that frequency. Not everybody can exist at that frequency. Because you know, the higher up the mountain you get, you need more fitness. If your lungs aren't strong, it's less oxygen content in the air, and you'll feel like you're suffocating. Even though other beings are sitting there working out, you know, it just depends on your level of fitness, meaning the level of vibration, frequency, energy that's anchored into the physical. Because it's sometimes molecular, you know. I don't want to get too high into the. Where are back. Okay, so let's keep going here. We have the Seven of Pentacles, Chariot. So in a week, something's going to balance out. Something's going to come in, it's going to approach us, it's going to anchor into the physical in the right way. And I do want to say, like, this is something that's been trying to do it for the last 3 months. It finally has what it needs to do it now. It's prepared. All the obstacles have been removed. And even if there's some entity, ideology out there watching the timeline, trying to block something, it's Niguan Hapan Niguan work. It's our heart's desires here. We're getting the promise of our heart's desires. Because the groundwork has been laid here. In clearance, we have two cards of clearance, Six of Wands, Six of Swords, Three of Wands here. Now we do have a double seven, which means there was this agenda and it was in order to manipulate or gaslight. I'm feeling gaslight, honestly. But the other side is having like a little bit of an upheaval. They're having recognitions now that our birthright is not going to be blocked. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter how long it takes, we're going to make it. So the only thing they're ever going to be able to do is slow it down. They're not going to be able to take it, to block it, to dismiss it, to dilute it, to distort it. They're only going to be able to slow it down. Now, that's if there's another energy here. There is another energy here, but they're not coming in the form of a person, I have to say. We don't have a it's not enough. And if it is another person, it's a collective of people. Yeah, you see. We were never confused. We were actually second guessing ourselves. There wasn't anything that was able to come in and block us. It would appear that way, but that was a fake out from the divine. The past was made to look like that if it was success in veering us off somewhere. So this is about securing our spot, and we've secured our spot. We're now, honestly, we're ruling from this spot, whether we know it or not. And this energy is only going to increase more and more and more as the days go on. I pulled this on that double four. I mean, okay, excuse me. I pulled it on the double, the pair of sevens. Yeah, so we have gotten our soul free. We now listen to what our soul is telling us. So we're co-creating with the universe. And it's actually forcing us to make a lot of changes, to let a lot of things go, to dissipate a lot of energy, to withdraw, to detach from a lot of things, and to secure our spot by listening to whatever our intuition is telling us. Because there is something projecting our way, or something is feeling in a crisis based on a reaction to our energy. Some kind of counterbalance has gone on, or maybe an alert, a trigger has gone on somewhere. And the other side looks at it as if something's being stolen from them. But really, in reality, it really means that we're no longer enslaved, or some kind of mechanism no longer works on us. We're sitting in our own freedom. I'm getting the energy that something sees our freedom, something sees our success as a threat. Us having autonomy over ourselves, us not just getting by, but living freely is an affront, is an offense. But the way that this energy is coming out is like they're plugged into our energy. And now that our energy is freed up, it's unbound, that it's not low, that it's not dull, that it's free and effervescent. It's as if they've got to up their game or dissipate. And whoever this they is unclear. We're still within the home with the fourth house. We haven't left the home yet. And so this is something that it's having access to the discrete parts of our life that doesn't need it, that shouldn't. So this typically would be, I was going to say spiritual, but I heard demonic, and then this is the card of a demonic attachment. So for some of us, there was some generational curse or demonic spirit that was attached to our bloodline, our family. For others of us, we had let in, maladaptive, idiosyncratic, perfunctory behaviors like addictions, obsession, compulsions, external locus of control, giving our power over in some kind of way, externalizing our say, our value, our intention, our needs. We were kind of kicking the ball down the road, kicking the can across the curb, postponing, you know, maybe codependent, or maybe just externalizing our personal power. That shifted. We had an awakening of some kind that was called out to us, and we made a decision, executed a judgment in some kind of way where energetically the vibration of our intention aligned things. The vibration of our intention shifted things around. I'm also getting a slightly different timeline, and it's according to love. And I was told to pull a love card, so I'll do that. I don't really want to, but I'll do it. So there's a small conversation here, and this is not the time to talk about it. It's the wrong part of the cycle. We're not in the fifth or the seventh house, so we should only be doing okay. We should only be doing okay. Well, I got cosmic love and runner. So what I'm being told, and I'm just gonna say this and move on. Also, there was something, and this is a person, there's an energy here that came in through a collective. There was a person that became attracted to us or saw us and came towards us, and it didn't go according to strategy, tactic, agenda, motive. We moved in a way that was unperceivable for them. We moved left when they thought we would move right. We didn't play into their game or their trick or their narrative even, and it made them feel some kind of way. They left feeling less than, but the meaning in their life came from demeaning our life. They find meaning in their life by demeaning others, thinking that they're better, acting superior, thinking that they're the bee's knees, the superbia, that queen, Regina de Bastioni, the queen of wands kind of energy, that I need affection, adoration, appreciation, uh, uh, acknowledgement. And it didn't come to them in the way that they thought. So they misperceived, mislabeled, misjudged, mistook, mishandled, mistreated us. Even as they were walking away, they had a frequency, energy, vibration, maybe the nature of their thoughts, maybe how they were keeping our name in their mouth. They might have even been cursing under their breath towards us, and karma hit hard. They made causes that they can't get out of now. They dug themselves a hole because there's eternal cosmic love here, but for some reason they're the runner. And I'm being told that they can't come back, or they're chasing after us. They ran at a previous time, and now they're the chaser because I just saw the runner. I just saw it. But it's right here by karmic partnership. Runner. Yeah. So we left somebody behind in an old timeline, and they're trying to catch up and they can't. And they're feeling some kind of way about it. Because they're just trying to get by and we're trying to be free, actually. Okay. And there might not be any age difference between us, but it means that we've evolved a lot and they're kind of a little bit the same. It dropped a bomb on them. I was hearing that you dropped a bomb on me, baby. I always change the words to you dropped a bomb on me, papi. I'm kind of silly that way. So we left something behind. It might have been a lesser part of ourselves. It might have been a person. It's in an old previous timeline, and it's acting a fool. This is the message on the other side. I took forever in making up my mind about our connection. Instead of speaking to you, I would run away and indulge in unnecessary pleasures in order to ignore my feelings. And now there's the chaser again. You get what you get because you did what you did. It might be a Taurus or a Leo that we're dealing with. I don't care what it takes, how long it takes, who I upset, I'm going to return one way or another. I don't know what I did to push you away. Was it something I did? Was it something I said? You told me you love me and you've never felt this way before, then why did you leave me? What I'm getting is that we're unable to give to however they're showing up. I'm trying to be patient. I want you to return. I want to return to you being a part. So, but I'm getting a waiting energy. Are they really coming towards us? I don't feel that they are. I feel like they're taking their time coming towards us, but energetically they're showing up because I'm getting this energetic pull. Like we're trying to walk into a higher. I'm getting this pull though, not this merging. I'm getting this pull. But see, Ten of Pentacles here, this should be a legacy relationship, one that spans the ages, one that they talk about in previous in future lifetimes. See, there I get Regina di Bastioni, that the superbia, they wanting affection, adoration, appreciation, acknowledgement. They want to be bigger, brighter, and better. They need to be the center of attention. But we have this Queen of Cups, where we're really beloved, and we're feeling withdrawn. We're needing to withdraw to move on, move forward, because that's the only thing that's clear here. Nothing else is clear. We're gonna do the clear thing to do and move on, move forward, because that's gonna give us our God duties and obligations, because messing with them is not getting clarity. And see, when God blesses you, he doesn't bless you with chaos, confusion, or karma. That's just how that goes. And it's weird because we have a double queen and a double knight. So again, with the wands, and so they thought that they were better than us, but we had our own glory as well. And see, that's the energetic thing that I'm picking up. They're watching from behind the scenes. But this is weird because the fourth house is not when we talk about other people. Unless it's our mother, excuse me. I have stuff down here by the cauldron. Unless it's our mother or our children, it doesn't talk about the other people. I'm confused. So this means that we're carrying this person in our heart, or they're in our auric field, because right now all they can give, in the future actually, all they can give is a small offer. And I'm sorry, if we've taken separation and you come back and all you can give me is some small, homie, you making me wait, and then you come back and offer me nothing, that you gotta go, bro. You gotta go. Grant me a moment. The kitty's cold. I'll be right back. You gotta go, bro. If you can, if all you can offer me is a small thing and you made me wait for you, you gotta stay gone, because that's disrespect. And it's not even about respect here, which everything is. It's like you can communicate to, what we don't. Why do we have to take separation if you can't do much? Then what you do then is offer your time. See, if you what you lack in skill, you make up for in effort. So if you can't deliver a lot, you have to have an above average presence. So if you would draw your presence and then you come in and you offer next to nothing, that does not compute. Syntax error. Okay. So yes. So I pulled on the King and Queen of Wands. Let's pull on this pair of kings and pair of queens now. Clarification. Claro. Okay. Yeah. So again, we have the Imperatore here with the Five of Wands. So this is a basic. This is a loser, or this is stripping of this divine masculine. And see, here's the deal. There's no such thing as karmic masculine, false masculine, karmic feminine. You're either divine or you're not. So if somebody's distorted, they haven't reached their sacred duty yet, and we get to put them in a different category all the same. So yeah, somebody is just wanting to stand on their energy. I don't know why these readings become about other people. It's not the right time of month for that. I'm agitated because it would talk about them being family. That's the thing. Like the fourth house, it's about us. It's about our heart chakra. It's about where we're planning. It's about the energy that we're sitting in. It's about how we're collecting our experiences and using those to learn from. It's where we're preparing to go to college and get some knowledge, because that's what the fifth house is. It's getting your bachelor's degree. It's speculative. It's the love you give yourself and others. It's where you come out to play. That's the fifth house. Before you come out to play, you rest, you rejuvenate. Literally, the fourth house is like the bathtub where you cleanse, where you purify, where you sanctify, where you pray. So I don't get why it's talking about another person. That's confusing to me. Now, if it's your children, if it's the mother, or if it's the family unit, immediate family that lives under the same roof with you, okay, yeah, maybe sometimes. So, but this is saying right here that we're dealing with a distorted masculine. So we're dealing with somebody that's been stripped of their divine masculine role because they don't put energy out, and they're choosing to lay down and be lame, meaning they've quit on themselves, they've quit on the situation. Okay, so tell me about this pair of kings. Someone is feeling entitled. We have the King of Wands, and we have the Queen of Cups here. And this is saying that we're taking action on our own. Oh, we have a double king again, because there's not a lot of action being taken external. The action taking external is for the future, it's not for right now. So there's some energy of future pacing here, and it's not our own. That in the future they're going to do this and they're going to do that, but what you're going to do right now? Are you going to notify me that you have me sitting here waiting on the back burner, trying to plan my life without me involved in the whole planning? That's an entitlement. That's an unadulterated entitlement. I don't like when men do that. And then we have another king. So we've had all four kings come out. I don't like that. The universe doesn't agree with that either. The Three of Swords, they need to heal their broken heart. And honestly, I'm getting that that might be their strategy of healing a broken heart, is by making all these future plans. But what are you going to do if you come towards me and I say no? Are you going to go to war? Are you going to project more energy? Are you going to do more spells? And that's another thing. You've already done spell work. You've already done something deceitful or malicious. So you have to go. You can't come back. See, suspect evil not until you see it. Once an enemy can never be a friend. We respect loyalty with loyalty, and we reward disrespect with distance. So you got yourself on the wrong side of the equation here. And if I have to go back in the past and tell me where you got me effed up, buddy, it's a wrap. If I have to explain to you the answers on the test you got wrong, you failed the test. Because you can miss it, you can miss 20%, you can still get an 80%, and that's still a pass. Now that's just slightly above average, but that's still a passing grade. If I'm sitting here and giving you the where on the test I got out the red Sharpie and hit no and circle, that means no. Like there was this one time, this is a family member, I had this girl go off on me via email because I wouldn't answer her phone calls. It was my uncle, my mom's baby brother's girlfriend, who was upset because I cussed her out at the dinner because she was sitting there talking about his baby mama. And I said to her, listen, honey, so and so's always going to be at the family dinner because she birthed his child. This is the mother of my cousin. Do you understand? You're new. You're a guest. You got to get used to her being at every single family function because she's the mother of his children. We don't know you, honey, sweetie, homie, darling child. You can go. So she decides to storm off all huffy puffy. She ends up writing me an email because I wouldn't answer her calls because she was still upset that I told her what was up. And you know what I did with this email? I printed it out. I went through it with the red Sharpie and put through all her grammatical errors and all her syntax errors and everything. And then I wrote an F on the top with a circle, and I scanned it back into the computer and I emailed it back to her. Could that fail? So this is what this is giving. This little story time with Priestess. Remember that story time with Priestess Gorgeous? I'm Priestess Abossi now, but you remember that? I mean, this is what this is giving. She's giving me a fail. She's giving me, this is giving F. This is getting does not pass. Not even needs improvement. That's a D minus, needs improvement. This is an F. Fail. Epic fail. Okay. Try again next life. Because this is a mess. You a mess. Okay. Let's read this down because we have the King of Swords and the Six of Swords. What does that mean? Somebody wants clearance. They want to move on. But see, you can't move on into the future if you don't reconcile the past. The reason is because you expect me to not bring up the past again. But I need to know the past is not going to happen again, which means you need to acknowledge what you did, be accountable for it. And number two, you need to not put me in situations that you used to put me in. And if you come through, pull through after you've been gone for a long time, offer me next to nothing. That no, you clearly didn't learn the lesson. Now you can do this humble pie and all that stuff, but why are you showing up as a king and not a knight then? That means you can. If you know it exists, that's a can. Some people don't know that they can do better and they give you everything they got, and then you can just guide them and nurture them into a bigger, brighter, and better future. But you're choosing two of one's choice, two of swords decision. You're choosing to be less to be this way. The desire here is to have options, and you just want us to be one of your options, but you don't want to make us your choice. That's what this is. So you can go. You can go. On another front, we're walking into a higher vibrational outcome here. We're getting spiritual perfection. Temperance card, we're aligning ourselves. Double eight and the adjustment card, that's Judith, the La Justicia, the justice. And so that means we're healing. We're having a bigger, brighter, and better future. We are being guided by faith, not by sight. And something here doesn't match our intuition. So we're just letting it go, letting it die, because we're innocent and we're pure and we're favored. We're feeling safe. We're feeling secure. We're feeling like we have retreat, sanctuary, refuge. And some energy, entity, ideology wants to come through, pull through, and stir that up. You can stir the pot, baby, but you better be putting some nice, tasty ingredients up in there. You better be putting things that congeal, things that help the flavor profile, not that make it too salty, make it too sweet, make it rancid, putrid, sour. You got to get it right. You got to be the right mixture. You got to be the right vibe. You got to be the right energy, frequency, vibration. You disconcordiant. You like something off key, untuned. That's a no. That's a no. The rejection. Four of Cups, rejection. We're withdrawn here. And all you can do is offer me the promise of something in the future. But where you been this whole time? And why you not say nothing till now? Because you thought you're gonna lose, because you thought we were nothing, and now you see we everything, and now you want to pull through, come through, stand on business all of a sudden, and your business is whack. Homie's got that complex occupation. See, this is what I mean. You really good at scheming. That's what this means. With the devil here, the devil in the temperance card means a bad seed among others, an interloper. Danger, no hard feelings. Yeah, see, that's a no. Nine of Swords. That's a no. I'm sorry, baby. I know you're trying really hard. Go try with your mama. You gotta go. You gotta go. I'm sorry. No, that's just a no. They're gonna do just enough, and just enough isn't anything. Well, I don't get that. Mm, 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 mm. See, I'm one of those difficult hoes. You can't soothe, appease, comfort, motivate. You gotta say what's up, advocate for yourself. Don't cross the road over to my side and try to attend to my shit. What do you want from me? What do you need? And I don't think this person is good. They need us not to leave, and they need us to forgive them, but they've got to forgive themselves. That's part of the narrative here. So it's authentic. One thing I haven't spotted here is lies. It's authentic, genuine, and sincere, but they want us to be emotional, and I'm feeling like we're kind of cold. We're kind of cold-blooded here. They're not getting a rise out of us. We're going to stay calm. We're going to stay pure. We're going to stay blissful because we've already achieved everything. We're fine. We don't need it. It'd be nice, but we don't need it. See, the ones, they want to pump us up, gas us up, try to make us feel like, ride or die, or, we're not Beyonce and Jay-Z, Queen and King of Wands. We're not celebrities together, at least, maybe in and of our own right, but not together. It's not giving me power couple. It's giving me a load of crap. I'm sorry. I said that out loud. Okay, well, there you go. I mean, it's not giving me power couple. It's giving me delulu, crazy, la loca. It's giving me homie still needs his training wheels. Um, it's giving little boy, like I need to raise little man, not find husband. Okay, what is this? See, that's why we're alone, because it's more peaceful. And if you're gonna come into my life, you need to upgrade it, not devastate it. How's that not obvious? I'm sorry. Like, why do I have to explain that to you? I don't get it. I'm confused. So they're wanting us to be in our feelings. And with the Seven of Cups like that, it means that they're also wanting us to be one of their options, or they treated us like an option and now they're coming back to make us their choice. But see, it's a little bit too late. Once I feel like I've been put on the back burner, it doesn't change. Now, there's somebody here with a Pisces moon or a Sagittarius rising. Yeah, this is just a temptation. And we're actually going to do well. We're not going to fall into temptation because we're looking right there being like, okay, this is a whole big no. That's just a bunch of wishy-washy confusing stuff. I don't do that no more. All you're going to do is plant seeds of doubt and have me second guessing myself. It's a no. Two of Swords down here. So this reading was all over the place. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah. So listen, I can tell you why. We're about to be at a precipice of change. Everything's about to shift. Everything. We're going stratosphere. And we are about to meet our person, but it's different than the person that's coming back, because that person that's still coming back is a placeholder. They're about to be changed out for a bigger, brighter, and better version. Maybe that same person is going to come from their future self, their higher self is going to anchor into the physical. Maybe that person has to change timelines too. And we're supposed to tell them no if they come back in the same. Unless there's an upgrade, unless everything starts to move really quickly and it's in alignment, it's a no. Because this is giving me, you're giving me, and you're loving me. Yeah, yeah, this is no. See, I'm getting the raunchy Erykah Badu songs. It's a no. We have this Emperor and Page of Swords flanked by two eights. So that means one, there's some kind of lesson to learn about indulgences in time. We've spent enough time here, is what that is saying. Two, there may be some kind of spell work on this. Three, there's definitely some type of energy projection or manipulation. And four, this emperor is receiving a delayed message. So they're scrambling to get something off the ground because they see that the thing they've been looking for the whole time, they already met and dismissed. They left us out in the cold at a previous time, Five of Pentacles, and we actually decided to heal. In fact, Six of Cups, we're a master of healing, but they treated us like an option, Seven of Cups. And it took a while. It took a while to heal. That's why we mastered it. So now we're chosen. We got the love of the divine. We don't need them. But in and of ourselves, we found our purity, we found our sanctity, we found our clarity, we found our peace. And now other energies are trying to come back to us because they realize that there's more to drink from our cup. There's more. They thought they took everything and then left. But they found out that we still had a few things left over, that they didn't clean us out. So they're coming back for more. And it's got to be a no. It's got to be a no. Because they're not going to do anything but take our peace of mind. We've got to deal with new everything. When all they're doing is finally catching up, but we've already went to a new path. We've already hit the reset button. It's fine you're catching up. It's fine that you were petty yesterday and now you're something today. It's fine if you didn't know better yesterday and now you know what's up today. It's fine if you would never do that again. It's fine if you feel bad about what you did back then and you're talking to me about it today. That's all fine. You are forgiven. Peace be upon you. It's still a no. I'm going on to new, to bigger, to brighter, to better. New everything. Not no old, not no nothing. New. New, 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 new. New everything. Old can go, could get out. Goodbye bye. Yeah, it's new. New people, new places, new things, new environments, new surroundings, new locations, new lover, new twin, new soulmate. And that, that's what God wants us to do. And then that's actually the thing that keeps us in alignment here. So that's the message, you all. This was a message about holding on to our peace and security because we found our spot and we're living in it. We're living out of it. It's not for us to second guess where we are anymore. It's not for us to second guess what things mean because when God blesses us, He doesn't bless us with confusion, with chaos, with karma. We get blessed with synchronicity, right timing, and alignment. And we also are called to grow whenever we get blessed. If this is causing us to nurture somebody else, to care for somebody else, to hold somebody else up, to heal somebody else so that we can have a scrap of love, it's not the right type of situation. And really, up until recently, we were innocent, we were naive. So, part of the lesson and part of the test right now is to make sure that we're not accepting old energies just because we know better today. Now that we can explain the situation, we don't need to sit there and explain to that other person all these things. We need to move on, move forward towards sanctuary, towards refuge, towards safe space. That's the lesson here. So it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the privilege and the pleasure to do so. If anything that was said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. Just a quick prayer to all those still lost out there to the seas of illusion, delusion, confusion, yes to heal, yet to awaken, trapped in the matrix. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be at peace, may you receive everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve. Ho'oponopono, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I pray that you return to the resplendent grace of the divine, of unconditional love and universal oneness. I pray that your path is ordered and your steps are illuminated. Until we meet again, until we read again, namaste, dandava, and ashe. Sayonara, avida zain.